Hello and welcome back to our garden. I just wanted to do this update today on this beautiful holiday weekend we're having. I hope everyone's had a great 4th. I hope you've gotten to spend time with family and friends and be thankful for our freedoms that we have. I just wanted to start out front of my house with my sunflowers. We've had so much fun with these. I think we'll continue to grow sunflowers. The kids have loved seeing how much they grow. They're so big you can almost watch them grow, it seems like. And now they have finally started to bloom. We just have a few blooms, but it's nice to see them finally start to bloom. My hope is that a lot more of them will bloom at once, because when I planted these, I envisioned a picture of my kids in front of them while they were all bloomed. So that's my hope and prayer that these we get some more blooms here, so maybe I can get a picture here in a couple days. Down here in front of my sunflowers are my onions I found at Save-A-Lot. They were just sitting there next to the regular onions in a little bag, almost like an afterthought. And I just grabbed them while I was there, and I brought them home one day and just kind of barely pushed them into the ground there in front of my sunflowers. And I can't believe it, but they're starting to bulb up. So I wasn't sure if that was going to happen. So I don't know if I need to pick these now or when they need to be picked. I've just kind of left them in the ground. Maybe somebody can comment and let me know. Next is my cucumber I got from the West Virginia Grow This Garden Challenge. And it's through, I believe, our extension service. And I will put a link to that if anyone's interested that's from West Virginia. I'll put that in the description box. Here are my peppers that were pretty much forgotten about. They had sat on the back porch and just about died. A lot of them only had 1 or 2 leaves on them. And I thought, well, I don't have anywhere else to put them. I put them out front. And I can't believe it, but they're doing pretty good in the gravel. It's hard to believe they would grow in that gravel, but they are. Next is some more evening sunflowers. And I just can't believe how big the leaves have gotten. My hypothesis is, and maybe somebody can confirm this for me, is that these are so big because it's a little bit shaded by the porch. And that maybe the leaves are thinking, you know, the plant wants as much surface area as possible, maybe to get sun, to photosynthesize. Is photosynthesize a word? I'm not sure. Next, we have some of our back porch tomatoes.
What is that?
This is my son. He wanted to be in the video. Plant? He's such a cutie.
What kind of plant? Do you remember?
And he wanted me to make sure I showed you all this next thing.
It's a tomato.
What he calls my zombie tomatoes. Which they're just
the zombie tomatoes
clone suckers, but it does kind of make you feel like a mad scientist when you clone some suckers. And here they are. I just pinched them off maybe a couple days ago, so they're looking a little bit wilty because they probably don't have very many roots left. But what I did is I just pinched them off the plant, and I swirled them around in some rooting hormones, some powder that my husband found for me at probably at Tractor Supply or Rural King. And in a couple weeks, they should have rooted, and I will have some tomato plant clones. So we're pretty excited about that. Here's a view of our main garden there in the backyard. I'll try to get you a more overhead view here in a second. This is an exciting time of year. I tell you what, we've finally been able to start pulling some stuff out. We've pulled 3 of our cabbage plants out, and tons of peppers. I think pretty soon we're going to be able to start pulling out some tomatoes, even though I think I said in another video a bunch of them got dropped off the side of the deck when they were seedlings, so I don't have nearly as many tomatoes as I do peppers, but nevertheless I think we're going to get a few. Here is our smallest garden we have, our smallest little plot, and our bean teepee. This is the last thing we planted. It was kind of a last minute thing on my part. I just thought, oh, I'd love for the kids to be able to get inside of a little teepee with leaves going all up it. So Dustin helped me put that together, and the rest of this garden is more bush beans, a few of those weeby little pumpkins, and some more of those peppers that I had said, I almost forgot about. Here's my Corbaceae peppers, and they are just producing like crazy. If you think you can't grow something, I say you try to grow these Corbaceae peppers, because I think you'd surprise yourself. There are just tons of these things on just about every plant. We are having a little bit of a problem though, and that is voles. We think it's voles. Dustin did some research trying to figure out what the heck was going on. There's the hole that we think one might live in. All of a sudden, some of our plants, you can see them here, no worms on them, no diseases on them, and all of a sudden they were dying, and they'd be kind of laying over sideways. And what we think has happened is that they're down in there burrowing through and maybe eating some of the roots. So we got some, I think it's called something about moles. Anyway, it's got it works for voles too though. And it's got castor oil in it, and you spread it in your yard, and it's supposed to repel them and make them go away. So the next update, we'll let you know if that worked. That's a little shot of our corn and some bush beans, one of which is trying to run, so my husband put a cage over it. That's a pumpkin there, and another shot of my corn. So the corn is finally starting to grow a little bit on us. I was afraid it was going to kind of stop there. I got it planted pretty late, but amazingly a few of those are knee high. Now I'm pretty short, but they're up to my knee, so I guess we sort of made it to the knee high at 4th of July. Well, that's all. Sorry I had to talk so fast. This is my first time trying the voiceover instead of talking while I'm making the video. So I think this went okay for a first try. It makes me a little less nervous to come inside and talk than be outside. I feel like my neighbors might be staring at me thinking I'm a little bit crazy. So this is it, and we'll just close it out with a picture of some of my pansy seedlings that I tried to time and hope they will be ready for Halloween. That's about how I tried to time it. I'd like to have some black and orange pansies ready for Halloween, and as you can see, so far I think I've only got about 5 or 6 of them up, so you know, we shall see. Thank you for watching. I hope everybody's had a great 4th of July. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.